You know, the death of a child is always a sad thing. A child dies long before their time. It makes you wonder what their life would have been like if they had survived. What might have they had accomplished if they had survived? Might even have a place in history if they had survived. It's always a sad thing when a child dies. It's even sadder when a child is murdered. And it's even sadder when a child is murdered by their own family. And what I think might be just as sad or sadder than that are people who try to profit off of the death of a child. I've come to the conclusion that there's very few people on YouTube, and particularly in the true crime community, who are actually sincere, who actually care about people, and who aren't in it just to make money. Just to get on and have all these lives and have super chats and have all this money coming in. That's why I decided I would never do that. Because I don't ever want to even give the slightest impression that I'm in this for money, that I got involved with the Kylie Rodney case for money, or got involved with any case for money. I just don't think it's right to try to profit off the death of a child. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about today. Of course, we know that Jeff, and I've said this the whole time, that all he cares about is money, that he never cared about Kylie Rodney. He didn't give a rip about Kylie. He called her that girl who died and we never met. All he cared about was making money off of her. That's the only thing he ever cared about her. And still today, he's still trying to use her to make money. And if you do that, you're just a piece of shit. That's all I can say. To try to make money off the death of a child. And Jeff's been doing that for a year. But I've gone on and on about him enough. If you don't know that he's just a scammer and a liar and all he cares about is money, if you don't know that by now, you'll never know it. All the proof that I've put out there, and I mean proof, that a lot of you who are his sheep still won't accept. So whatever. You go ahead and follow this moron. Go ahead and believe lies. Because people who do that, there's something wrong. There's something wrong that when people know something is the truth, but they turn around and decide to believe a lie, there's something wrong with a person. Jeff's not the only one, though, that's on here. He's trying to make money and using the death of a child to make money. Now, I really wasn't all enthralled about doing this video, to be honest with you. But I've had people bugging me about it, so I'm wanting to see my reaction to it, which I'm sure is not much different than a lot of other people's. But I'm sure by now that a lot of you have heard about Zavgirl and how she posted autopsy pictures, made a video out of it, as I understand it. This young man, Gannonsarmy, 11 years old, killed by, as I understand it, by his own mother. Stabbed him to death. Now, what zavgirl did was that she did a Freedom of Information Act, as I understand it, and took his autopsy pictures. Pictures that even the jury at the trial were gasping. They were so horrid. And took those pictures of his autopsy, put them in a video, and then put them on her Patreon site, and we're charging people $3 to see the video. I'm sorry, but that's just sick. You can see here, here's her main page. Here's unlock this by becoming a patron. I don't like Patreon. It irritates me that people go on there and then start charging for their content. That just, to me, it's the same as putting them behind a paywall. Now, if people want to do that, that's fine. I'm not judging you, but I just think I just don't agree with it. Like I've said before, you'll never see me put anything behind a paywall. I just don't believe in it. That's me. You know, other people don't believe the same. I understand that, but you know, we see here in this next one, unlock this post by becoming a patron. And we see what it is. Gannon's autopsy. You see her promo here for it. Video coming soon. The autopsy pics video. I'm going to work on the autopsy video tomorrow, so it should be up. I just don't understand. Number one, what kind of mind do you have to even come up with this idea? What kind of mind do you have to think that pictures of a dead boy are entertainment? Sorry, my 10 years as a cop, I saw enough dead bodies. I don't care to see another one. That's just not something that interests me at all. I don't care to see another autopsy. I've been to too many of them. I don't care to see another dead child or dead adult, for that matter. I don't see anything entertaining about it. I think it's just absolutely sick to do something like this. And it's disrespectful to the child. It's disrespectful to the family. I mean, people don't have any freaking common sense anymore, especially when they can see that they can make a buck. There was a lot of people that were outraged by this. This made national news. All right, let me show you. All right, the Insider. A YouTuber charged viewers to see autopsy photos of a murdered 11-year-old boy, an act the prosecutor called disgusting. I call it the same thing. Crime Magazine. YouTuber charges their patron subscribers to view Gannon Stouch's autopsy photos. Newsweek. Who is zavgirl? YouTuber charging fans to see murdered boys' autopsy pics. The YouTuber known as zavgirl last week shared images of Gannon as part of a true crime video focusing on his murder. I think you can cover it quite well without having to go to this extreme. News Nation. Gannon Stouch's dad, YouTuber sharing autopsy photos, evil. Gannon Stouch's dad calls YouTuber sharing his son's autopsy photos evil. Yeah, I agree. And greedy. The U.S. Sun. Evil act. Family of Gannon Stouch speaks out after YouTuber zavgirl charged fans $3 each to view autopsy photos of murdered boy. The father of a murdered boy has called the YouTuber's actions evil after the blogger charged fans to see autopsy photos of the 11-year-old's body. That shit is so disrespectful to the family, disrespectful to the child. I know I already said that, but I'm reiterating it because it is. Even the New York Post. True crime YouTuber slammed for charging, I'm having a hard time reading this, for charging to see autopsy photos of murdered boy. And again, they talk about it being evil. I can't read the print here. Like Court TV. YouTuber defends autopsy video of 11-year-old Gannon Stouch. 2 months after 11-year-old Gannon Stouch's killer was sentenced, a video featuring photos of his autopsy was sold for views on social media. Do you see how outraged people are about this? And they should be. Well, you know, you can get by with a lot more on Patreon than you can on YouTube. A lot of videos that if you put them on YouTube, they'd be taken down due to its content. You can get away with it on Patreon. But even this was too much for Patreon. They canceled their account. Thank you for this report. This creator has been removed. And rightfully so. Now, she put out a community post trying to explain it. And she says, "Hey guys, I want to address what's going on right now with the Gannon autopsy corner video I created. Unfortunately, this seems to be something where people are very divided on how they feel about it, and I'm hearing a lot from both sides. I highly doubt you're hearing a lot from both sides, unless you got a bunch of perverts. It's probably going to be pretty much one-sided, people thinking it's a travesty." She says, the reality of the situation is that different people feel differently about this. Yeah, smart people are outraged. Stupid people will accept it. It's the same way with all the other idiocy on YouTube. You got a lot of stupid people on there that accept stupid things. So some people genuinely think making a video including the autopsy photos is bad, and I respect their opinion and feelings. Yeah. Other people like myself think of autopsy photos in the coroner discussing and explaining them as interesting and informative and are able to view it in all a more scientific, detached way. Yeah, right. You did it for frickin' entertainment, Zav. You did it for money. Who you fooling? Not me. That's for damn sure. It's just one of those things where it depends on the person. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of stupid people. I am not adamantly against taking down the video if people are truly unhappy with it, and I'll absolutely consider doing that. But right now, it seems that there are a lot of other people who are acting in bad faith and creating lies for fun and excitement in order to pit others against. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Jeff did the same thing. All scammers do the same crap. People that pull stuff like this, the same thing. Oh, people are spreading lies. But no, they're not spreading lies. They're telling the frickin' truth. They're not spreading lies. They're saying what happened. They're saying their opinion. They're saying how this is perverted. But they're saying, oh, they're spreading rumors and lies. No. That's a common defense. That's the common statement that people make. It's just like Jeff. Jeff is always saying, we're lying about it, and we're spreading this, and we're doing it, making up stuff. No. We're just telling it as it is, like it is. So it's a bit difficult to sort through what's what. Not for me. When there are other creators who have the same autopsy photos up here on YouTube for public viewing on their channel where anyone can stumble across them. Yeah, you know what that means? That means they're not charging people for them. I don't agree with having them, but at least they're not trying to make a profit off of it. If they just happen to have it on their site where people can stumble across it, because you can't stumble across something that you got to pay for that's behind a paywall. You know, you can't stumble on that. I understand some of you have issues with me charging money on my Patreon for the video. Yeah, I do. If I was charging money for the autopsy files alone or something like that, I'd see your point. Huh? But in this case, I spent a lot of time and worked hard putting together a video, lining up the corners, audio, and descriptions along with the appropriate part of the photo she is describing, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Yeah, like that justifies it because you spend a lot of time putting it together. Nah, that doesn't justify a damn thing. That is what I'm charging for, which I would... Charging for what? It didn't cost you anything to put it together. That's like Jeff saying that, well, I can't do this without money. I do. Anyway, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I am not against removing the video. Yeah, Patreon removed it. They did you a favor. They did it for you. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. And there is one more. Actually, one of the more popular crime channels on YouTube. I think she has over 425,000 subscribers. Annie Elise. I want to read you something here that Harsh Reality wrote. He called her out. Now, Harsh and I don't always agree on everything, and we've had our differences and stuff, but on this, I'm 100%, 110%, as the athletes say. I'm 110% in agreement. All right, he says, some of you guys, not all but some, seem to not like the fact that in my first video today, I called out Annie Elise on the fact that she released explicit/graphic content on Patreon of little Adrian Jones in a near identical situation as zavgirl has just been crucified over. And I must add that some people who moaned about me calling it out, we people who had not 48 hours ago, or were, I think he means were people, who had not 48 hours ago been kicking off at zavgirl. Now look, you know me, I am going to call it out. Some people may be willing to look the other way or try to attack zavgirl because it seems the trending thing to do. Perhaps. But if you are truly in the belief that what zavgirl did was horrendous and evil, then how can it be that it's evil when this person does it, but not if another person does it? So what is it that makes it acceptable? Is it subscriber count? Is it how much you like them? Was it the zavgirl charged $3 and Annie only charged $1? Again, this was on her Patreon. He says, I stated in this that it was a near identical situation to zavgirl. I had also pinned a comment that people did not read. What Annie did was claim to have exclusive images depicting the abuse of a 5-year-old child and charged $1 fee to join Patreon subscription to view them. Furthermore, guys, just Google search Annie Elise and Adrian Jones. There is a huge abundance of coverage of the outrage on both TikTok and Reddit. It's easy enough to find. When I say hypocrisy, I weren't kidding. All right. So he's not the only one that called out Annie Elise. Jules of All Trades also called her out. And she says, at Annie Elise, care to explain why you attempted to remove all of this after zavgirl was outed for the disgusting thing she did to Gannonsarmy and his family, asking for over 20K of my friends. I don't know what that means, but it says Adrian Jones was 7 when he was murdered and fed to pigs. She felt the need to share these uncensored photos of his body for a single damn dollar. Why'd she have this go under the radar? Here's a little picture of him. And then in this next one, this is the link to her Patreon link. And she says it's been locked for 4 days. All right. I don't really have any more information on that. I'm going by what other... I try to be honest with you people. I try to stay out of all the other drama with other creators and stuff, but people told me about this. They wanted me to react to it and give my opinion, and, well, I think you pretty much know my opinion. Taking advantage of a child's death, especially something as gruesome as these 2 murders. It's just not right. It's not right. I don't know how much they made on it. But if they made a penny, it was too much. I have no respect for people who would take advantage of the death of a child to make money. I mean, don't people have any shame or don't have any common sense, don't have any moral fortitude, or however you want to put it? Moral compass? I mean, right and wrong have long disappeared. Everything's become relativism. It may be right for you, but not right for me. No, there are absolutes. There are absolute right and absolute wrong. And I think if you look at the outrage, the national outrage, and look how it made the dad feel, with like in Gannon's case. He said it was evil. I mean, can you imagine being a parent and then finding out that somebody's making money off the pictures of your dead child? Oh, if I had children and I found out somebody was doing that, all hell would break loose. So, anyway, I just wanted to present this to you. And I want to give a shout out to Chris and Holly. I just want to say, you guys made the wrong move. Yeah, you guys made the wrong move. There's a shitstorm coming your way that you can't even imagine. You done pissed me off. And even if you take this channel down, it's not going to make any difference. I got other channels. I have other platforms. You see, I was just sharing things on YouTube. But you pissed me off. You coming after me like that? When you're in the wrong, when you're the one scamming, not me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I have got a whole dump truck full of dirt. And I'm going to dump the whole load. So, keep on thumbs down on my videos. Keep on trying to get them taken down. It's not going to make a damn bit of difference. Like I said, you ain't going to win. You are not going to win. So anyway, I just thought I'd pass that little tidbit along. See ya.